Good evening, I'm David Kramer with the National Weather Service with Alaska statewide weather. Starting off for the remainder of the day, we have an old frontal system that was pushing through the Bering Sea that has started to break down now and is a trough out through the central Bering, bringing some cloud cover to the area, and behind this we have rain for the western, central, and eastern Aleutian Islands. Out ahead of this system we have high pressure extending up through much of the southwestern coastline, and then fog from the YK Delta area through the Seward Peninsula and up along the Arctic coastline. In areas around the Seward Peninsula, we're also expecting that fog to mix with rain. As we move out over mainland Alaska, we have showers up through the Brooks Range and much of the interior part of the state, and then down into the Alaska Range as well. However, as we push south into south central Alaska, expecting that area to be more clear, and then down in the Panhandle, some showers just to the north and east of the area, but for the Panhandle should stay pretty dry. As we move into tonight, high pressure extending out over the Panhandle, continuing to keep the area dry, and high pressure out over the southwestern portion of the state, keeping south central and much of southwest dry as well. As we move up to the north, we're going to start to see some showers in the interior and then up into the Brooks Range with areas of fog along the Arctic coastline. That fog is going to extend down the west coast through the YK Delta area and mixing with rain along much of the west coast as well. Out over the Bering Sea, low pressure system out over the southwestern portions of the Gulf, bringing rain to the central, western, and eastern Aleutian Islands, as well as areas throughout the Bering, including the Pribilof Islands. On Wednesday, we're going to see multiple areas of lows throughout the Bering Sea, bringing continued rain for the Aleutian Islands into the Alaska Peninsula, and now extending up much of the west coast of the state to include southwest Alaska, the Seward Peninsula, and then up in the northwestern portions of the state. We'll still see fog in places of the Norton Sound area and further to the north, extending up along the Arctic coastline, and then showers for the Brooks Range and very northern locations of the interior. High pressure extending out over the Gulf of Alaska is going to keep much of south central dry, as well as down into the Panhandle. Then as we move into Thursday, high pressure weakening but still remaining over northern portions of the Gulf, keeping the Panhandle and the eastern portions of south central Alaska still in the drier weather. Our low pressure system out over the eastern portion of the Bering Sea is going to bring rain throughout the west coast of the state and extending into some of the western locations of the interior, as well as all throughout southwest Alaska. Some of those showers are also making up along the Arctic coastline, and then behind this low pressure system, some lighter rain is expected for much of the Bering Sea and Aleutian Islands. This does include the Pribilof Islands, with high pressure starting to push further back to the south. With Alaska statewide weather, I'm David Kramer.